morning,
Yes, ma'am.
everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Many new faces today. Okay, so we are in unit number. First of all, how was your main exam? Question paper was good. I want to know about answers. Good. It is my expectation that if you have attended the session regularly and done all the exercises and examples which we did, you can easily score more than 25. The paper was such, right? And if you have observed in all the questions, I have already told you that this is very important question. This can be asked in Excel. This can be asked in GT. Yes or no? Right? So indirectly, every faculty gives you the guidance that these kind of questions can be there in your exam. But do you want a discussion for that paper? What you should write so that you can evaluate yourself. Question number one was 1 mark question. Can you come up here? Try to don't have a gap for you to take it. Listen very fast. Come here. Right. So question number one, 6 marks. 1 mark question. What is weak entity set? What is weak entity set? It does not have primary key. It does not have a primary key. Then what lists the Armstrong axioms? So you just have to give the names of the Armstrong axioms. No need to write the rule. Next, the question was what is a candidate key? Many of you have done, see, there are so many common mistakes in spite of telling you multiple times that this should not happen in your exam. Still, many of you are doing the same mistakes. One of them is, you have been asked as list the Armstrong axiom. It is a 1 mark, it was a 1 mark question. You are only supposed to write the name of the Armstrong axiom. When you are not confident about the rule inside it, why are you writing that? It gives a negative impression. Right? जितना पूछा है उतना ही लिखो. एक्स्ट्रा क्यों लिख रहे हो? और वो भी एक्स्ट्रा लिख रहे हो तो आपको आता नहीं. You are not confident. Why are you creating negative impression? कि आप कोई बुक पढ़ते हो, आपने पहला पेज पढ़ा, दूसरा पेज पढ़ा. Then you judge the book, right? That am I interested in reading further or not? If you are not interested in reading further, obviously सब आपको अगर बोला है नहीं पढ़ना ही है तो आप बिना इंटरेस्ट के पढ़ोगे और या तो पढ़ोगे ही नहीं. The same thing is for us. When we are not interested in looking towards your answers, it creates a negative impact in our mind. इसलिए it is many a times in 12th standard also your faculty must have told you, जो आता है वो पहले लिखो. ये बोलते हैं ना क्यों? Because when you know whatever you are writing, it creates a good impression. And the interest gets developed. हाँ, फिर नहीं आता वो लास्ट में लिखो. ऐसा नहीं कि सबको सब आता ही हो. You can start उससे करो जो आता है. और वो जो नहीं आता वो लिखते ही क्यों हो? आर्मस्ट्रॉन्ग एक्सियोम सिर्फ नाम पूछा था, नाम सब सही है, लेकिन जो रूल अंदर लिखा है वो सब गलत. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग? और कैंडिडेट की बात पूछा था, व्हाट इज अ कैंडिडेट की? व्हाट शुड बी योर आंसर? It is a minimal subset of super key. Yes or no? Which is not a key. Right? Majority is क्या लिखा है आंसर? Every candidate key is a super key. Every super key is not a candidate. इसमें कहाँ आया what is a candidate? ये हाँ ये याद करने के लिए ठीक है. You are adding that information, that's good. But जो पूछा है वो तो लिखो पहले. ये मैं स्टेटमेंट बोलूँ आपको कैंडिडेट की यहाँ पे लिखा है टॉपिक, और मैं ये बोलूँगी कि every candidate key is a super key, but every super key is not a candidate. आपको समझ में आएगा कैंडिडेट की क्या है? तो मुझे कैसे समझ में आएगा? Whatever is आता है उस टॉपिक का जितना आता है, you just vomit it in the paper. That's not the way to write an engineering paper and a graduate paper. So please stick to the point. If you don't know, leave it. That will not create a bad impression. But you are bluffing it. तो पता ही चल जाता है कि ये ब्लफ कर रहा है. बस क्वेश्चन आंसर शीट की पेजेस भरने इसलिए लिखते. क्वेश्चंस लिख रहे हो, क्वेश्चन वो तो थिंकिंग बात, व्हाट इज द मीनिंग? टाइम पास नहीं. The answer sheet is filled up with questions. Do you think you will get marks? कि 1.5 घंटे जाने नहीं दे रहे तो क्या करें? क्वेश्चन लिखो. Please don't do this. Keep it blank. नहीं आता, keep it blank. फिर एक क्वेश्चन था. The question was how integrity constraints are useful in DBA. आपने क्या किया? Not null, check, primary, false. पूछा है कौन सी integrity constraint है. The question is how they are important. How they create importance in DBA. क्यों ये सब कर रहे हो? You don't understand English. नहीं समझ में आ रहा है तो सीखो, because we don't have any other option. डिप्लोमा में होते तो होता, गुजराती में पेपर होता और इंग्लिश में पेपर. यहाँ पे ऐसा प्रोविजन नहीं है. समझ में नहीं आ रहा है तो फैकल्टी को बुलाओ, पूछो व्हाट आई नीड टू राइट हियर. प्लीज डोंट ब्लफ. प्लीज डोंट राइट अननेसेसरी. अगर वो सही भी होगा वी कैन नॉट गिव द मार्क्स. टाइम आप वेस्ट कर रहे हो. डेटा एक्सट्रैक्शन मॉडल कौन सा डायग्राम आएगा? Many of you are correct, right? Drawn correctly, but yet कौन सा आएगा? 3 लेयर वाला आएगा. व्यू लेवल, कंसेप्चुअल लेवल है. मैंने बोला था कि आपको मैपिंग भी इंक्लूड करना है. 99.9% students have not included that mapping word. CI mapping and CE mapping. Yes or no? ये बोला था मैं. अगर ये पूछते हैं include mapping. You can check the recording as well. ये मैंने बोला. So, and see, we are checking the papers. We don't know the names. We don't know the class. So, may happen कि जो भी मैं discuss कर रही हूँ, आप पे applicable ना हो. लेकिन you know what you have written in the exam. So, judge yourself, correct yourself, and please make sure you won't repeat the same mistake in the next exam. एक क्वेश्चन था ईयर डायग्राम. 1000 बार बोला था कि अगर सिनेरियो दिया है तो स्टिक टू दैट सिनेरियो एंड ड्रॉ अकॉर्डिंगली. बोला था कि नहीं बोला था? इसमें सिनेरियो दिया था आपको? दिया था. आपको बोला था कि ये 4 एंटिटी है, ये एट्रीब्यूट्स है और फिर ड्रॉ करो. आपने कैसे? Many of students have just assumed everything and drawn it. Even if it is right, it will be zero. हाँ, अगर क्वेश्चन ऐसा होता है ड्राइंग या डायग्राम फॉर यूनिवर्सिटी मैनेजमेंट, यू आर फ्री टू अज्यूम. बट सिनेरियो दिया है तो क्यों अपने आप से जनरेट कर रहे हो? टिक टू दैट सिनेरियो. ईयर डायग्राम नहीं आता तो डेफिनेशन पूछिए. व्हाट इज मल्टी वैल्यू, व्हाट इज स्पेशलाइजेशन. इसमें क्या लिखा था? नोट प्रोसिक्वल देना था. उसका यूज क्या है वो देना था. 2 मार्क का ही तो उसमें भी गलत. Then a very big blunder. Question number 3A. The question was relational algebraic expression. Many of you have written SQL. मैंने clear cut बोला था सेशन में that if the question is giving the relational algebraic expression, please do that. 2-3 पेपर तो ऐसे थे जो SQL query 100% right थी. 2-3 पेपर तो ऐसे थे जो SQL query 100% right थी. 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 100% right थी जो क्वेश्चन था उसकी ही एसक्यूएल क्वेरी, बट स्टिल यू विल गेट 0। 8 मार्क ऐसे ही चले। 9 से 10:30 का टाइम एटलीस्ट वो सब्जेक्ट को दो, क्वेश्चन पढ़ो, क्या पूछा है। It's always good thing to invest a minute on a question. अच्छे से पढ़ो और कुछ मत सोचो, अच्छे से क्वेश्चन पढ़ो, आपको पता चल जाएगा कि क्या पूछा है, and then you attend। आपने एसक्यूएल क्वेरी सब अच्छे से लिखी, एग्जैक्ट सिंटेक्स में लिखी। You were expecting 8 out of 8 while you were writing, yes or no? But now when we will be evaluating, it will be big deal। और वो हमें भी अच्छा नहीं लगता। क्यों? क्योंकि हमें पता है कि जो लिखा है वो एग्जैक्टली सही है, लेकिन फिर भी जो मांगा है वो नहीं। तो इट इज 0। दूसरा एक क्वेश्चन था, and I think this should not be the question to discuss because this is not a DBMS perspective, this is a general understanding perspective। क्वेश्चन था compare commercial DBMS and open source। क्या था क्वेश्चन? Compare। You are not supposed to write a short note। डिस्क्रिप्टिव पूरा लिखना है, आपको कंपेयर करना है टेबुलर फॉर्मेट। अगर क्वेश्चन में डिफरेंस है या कंपेयर है, क्रिएट अ टेबल, कंपेयर इट, नॉट डिफरेंशिएट इट बेस्ड ऑन द क्वेश्चन। पूरी शॉर्ट नोट लिखी है, पैराग्राफ्स एंड पैराग्राफ्स। डू यू थिंक वी हैव द टाइम टू रीड दैट? नो, वी हैव 150 पेपर्स टू चेक in just 10 days, with all the load, with all the admission duty, with all the supervision, with 2 shifts। 150 पेपर मतलब मुझे एक दिन में 15 पेपर चेक करना है, with all these duties, with all my responsibilities here and at my home। Ideally, I should be able to invest 5 to 6 minutes for a paper। 15 पेपर रोज का कितना हुआ? 15 into 6, 2 घंटे। 2 घंटे मुझे देने पड़ेंगे कॉन्स्टेंटली टू इवैल्यूएट 15 पेपर। कोई और रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आ गई, आज ओरिएंटेशन है, उसकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आ गई, ये 15 पेपर मैं चेक नहीं कर पाई, क्या हुआ? नेक्स्ट डे फाइल अप हो गए। और इस सिचुएशन में सी वी आर नॉट फीलिंग दैट इट इज योर प्रॉब्लम, इट इज आवर प्रॉब्लम, बट सिचुएशन को देखो, आपको ऐसा लिखना है, ऐसे लिखना है कि आप एग्जामिनर को इंटरेस्ट फील कराओ। जो पूछा है वही लिखो, एक्स्ट्रा मत लिखो, ब्लफ मत करो। वी नो डीबीएमएस, अब ब्लफ करोगे, आपको पता है, आई डोंट नो वेदर यू नो दैट इट इज अ ब्लफ और नॉट, बट वी नो इट इज अ ब्लफ। You are constantly creating negative impression, और ये क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 में नेगेटिव इंप्रेशन आ गई, वही प्रोपोगेट होगी क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 में, फिर क्वेश्चन नंबर 3। क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 में पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट आ गया, वही पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 में है। जो भी है वो लिखिए, जो भी है वो प्रोपोगेट होगा। Are you getting? 12th में आपने सुना होगा, चाय ना पीती हो तो पेपर खराब चलता है। This is not actually true. My sections, you know, तो चाय पानी में तो पेपर चेक करे, you know। But the thing is, हमारा इंटरेस्ट नहीं लगे तो चेकिंग में प्रमाणे फेर पड़े। मूवी નથી ગમતું તો કે ગયા ગયા છે ઇન્ટરવલ માં વિચારો છો કે મેં આને 200 રૂપિયા ટિકિટ દીધી છે, ઓલા બિચારા કેટલી મહેનત કરી છે એક્ટિંગ ની, તો હું જોઉં 3 કલાક, વિચારો છો? નો, જસ્ટ ઇન્ટરવલ સુધી ઘણા વાર નથી રોકાતા। એનો મતલબ શું થયો? It is you have to develop the interest। That interest नहीं हो तो એના side effects તમને ખબર પડશે। But don't worry, we don't have any, અને that too અહીંયા કોઈ નામ તો હોતા નથી કે પર્સનલ ગ્રેજ્યુએટ્સ કે ફેકલ્ટી માં લખી દેના એટલે ઓછા માર્ક, એવું તો કંઈ છે નહીં, કારણ કે અમને ખબર જ નથી કયા ક્લાસના પેપર છે, કયા સ્ટુડન્ટના પેપર। એવું કોઈ તમને ઇન્જસ્ટિસ થવાનો પ્રશ્ન જ નથી। But it's a common sense that whatever has been demanded, please read it carefully and then write it। If you don't know, skip it, don't bluff। અને આ મિસ્ટેક મે એટલે ડિસ્કસ કરી કે નેક્સ્ટ ટાઈમ તમે આ મિસ્ટેક એટલીસ્ટ આ મિસ્ટેક ન કરો। હજી સ્ટુડન્ટ ક્વેશ્ચન નંબરિંગમાં ભૂલ કરે છે. હવે એનો મતલબ શું કરવાનો? ક્વેશ્ચન નંબર 3 એ આનો લખ્યો હોય બી ઓર બી નો લખ્યું હોય. ક્વેશ્ચન નંબર 2 હોય ડેટા એબ્સ્ટ્રેક્શન મોડેલ ડ્રો કર્યું હતું, લખ્યું તો ક્વેશ્ચન નંબર 3 શું કરવાનું? What do you do if you are at my place? Question number 3 લખો છો, diagram draw કરો છો, data abstraction. You'll be getting 0 marks, right? Please don't do this. You are now in third semester. Next semester માં અડધા engineer બની જશે, right? So please, third semester success, mass promotion, whatever, successfully pass કરશો એટલે 50% engineer. આવા blunders ના કરો. મિસ્ટેક કરો ફાઇન, બ્લન્ડર તો ના કરો. And we expect some logical level from your end when you are in engineering. તો આવી ભૂલ ન કરો. બે વાર 5 મિનિટ છેલ્લે રાખો. મેનેજમેન્ટ એવું કરો કે તમે 5 મિનિટ છેલ્લે ક્વેશ્ચન પેપરને આન્સર શીટને યુ ગો થ્રુ ઇટ. ક્વેશ્ચન નંબર પ્રોપર છે, ડાયાગ્રામ પ્રોપર છે, કન્ટેન્ટ પ્રોપર છે. ફાઇન. Let's start. Okay, so in unit number 4, now no discussion. Whatever is now we cannot change the past. Let's continue and let's work on our present so that our future can be better. We are in unit number 4 where we are, and I have told one line for this unit. This is the heart and soul of your database management system, because this chapter, this unit gives you the idea of how to organize your tables in most efficient way to reduce the data redundancy to minimum level and to remove different kind of anomalies. Do you remember this term, anomalies? Insert anomaly, update anomalies and delete anomaly. So we have to remove this. Anomalies are nothing but problems. So we want to remove these problems and we want to minimize the data redundancy. What is data redundancy? Duplication of data. It is impossible to remove redundancy 100%, but we want to minimize it. Fine? So this unit is showing how to do that. But before doing that organization, before normalizing your database, we need to learn something to make it normalized. So we started with functional dependency. Yes, we started with functional dependency and we understood that there are some attributes with the help of which we can derive other attributes. So we call it as a functional dependency. One more thing to remember here, functional dependencies are not bidirectional. A giving B, that doesn't mean B giving A. Fine? So that is functional dependency. Then we also learned types of functional dependency, trivial and non-trivial. You go through it later on. I want to go with the next topic. Then we did axioms, Armstrong axioms or inference rules, which is helping us to derive new set of functional dependency based on the given set. Then we find closure of functional dependency based on the given set of FDs, which other FDs I can derive by applying the axioms. Then we did very into N. Very important topic, closure of attributes. You mark my words, there will be one question of closure in your GPU, there will be one question of closure in your mid-2, there will be one question in any competitive exam of DBMS for this closure. It's that much important topic because this closure is helping us to know which are key attributes, which are non-key attributes. Right? So we understood this also, that if I have a functional dependency with me, with the set of attributes, if I find the closure of A, then with the help of A, which other attributes I can derive? So in the closure of A will definitely come. Then I have A giving BC, so BC will also be the part of closure. Then this is the intermediate set. Now with this ABC, what other thing I can derive? I have BC giving DE, so DE will also be included here. Then I have D with me, so I can get F. So A, B, C, D, E, F. I have CF with me, so I can get G. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So closure of A is the entire R. Right? And thereby we can conclude that A will be my E attribute. Because with the help of A alone, I am able to identify each and every attribute. Right? Is it clear? This was the closure. I think we will give the examples for this also. Right? So please, whenever you get time, have practice of this, at least one closure every day. At least one. It will not take more than 1 minute also. Right? Okay. Now the next part we are supposed to start with extraneous attribute. Extraneous attribute. Now, let's say I have a set of function dependency f is equal to AP giving C and A giving C. That means what? With the help of A and B value, I can determine the value of C. With the help of A value, I can determine the value of C. This is the meaning. Now, look at this. With the help of A alone, I am able to determine the value of C. Yeah, right? See this dependency now. AB giving C. What does this mean? With the help of AB, I can determine C. But from the list, I can say that only A, alone A can determine C. Why to attach B here? Right? So in this FD, AB giving C, my B is extra attribute. Because I can uniquely identify the value of C with the help of A. So this is going to help you in the next topic. So just remember that based on the given set of FD, there may be few attributes which are extra. Right? So how to deal with that, we'll see it later on. Okay, now the next is canonical cover. We'll see it with the help of example. This topic is also known as irreducible set or canonical cover. Closure of FD में क्या करते थे पता है? Closure of FD मुझे फाइंड करना है. हम क्या करते थे? We have a set of functional dependency. I want to find the closure of FD. What I used to do? With the help of axioms, we derive new set of FD. So मेरा set इतना है. I apply axioms, I am extending my set. Right? So this is a closure is actually extension of something. And here what I need to do in canonical cover, opposite to this. I have this given set of FD with me. I need to reduce. I need to shrink as much as possible. I need to reduce the number of FDs as much as possible. That process is called finding canonical cover or finding the irreducible set. What is the meaning of irreducible set? Which cannot be further reduced. So from the given set of FDs, I am shrinking. At that point I will stop where I cannot further reduce. Fine? So that is your irreducible set. Okay, let us have an example. Let's say I have three attributes x, y, z, and the given set of FDs are x giving y, z, y giving z, x giving y, x, y giving z. Find the canonical cover for the same. Find the irreducible set for the same. अभी मेरे पास टोटल कितनी FD है? 4 FD है. मुझे ऐसा कोई सेट बनाना है. I want to find a canonical cover. I want to find an irreducible set. कि ये मैं इसमें से जो एक्स्ट्रा FDs है, या तो दो FDs मैं किसी और FD से derive कर सकती हूँ. I will omit it. Let us see how. X giving yz and x giving y. I have x giving y and x giving yz. Right? These two are given to me. Can I do this x giving y, x giving z? So I can definitely get x giving y with the help of x giving yz. मेरे पास x giving yz already है और एक FT मुझे दी है x giving y which I can derive from this. When I decompose it, I'll be getting this x giving y. So ये FT मैं remove कर लूँ तो भी I will be getting in future with the help of this. Yes or no? So I'll be removing this FT. Right? तो अभी मेरा सेट क्या हुआ? x giving yz, y giving z and xy giving z. क्या हुआ अभी? Let us check still we can reduce further or not. Now I have xy giving z. I have xy giving z. Now why I have y giving z is already there. Yes, y giving z is already there. If this becomes my extra attribute, why? Because y giving z is already there. This x attribute is actually extra. Yes or no? Can you look at this two FDs? आप FD में जो y giving z already check. X y giving z. That means in this x is actually extra attribute. तो આ FT હું remove કરું, આ FT remove કરું, તો આ મને આમાંથી મળી જ જવા. મારું કામ શું છે? Z ને determine કરવું, which is alone can be done with the help of y. Right? So I'll be removing x y giving z. So my set is now x giving z, yz and y giving z. Let us see now. I can obtain z from y. Right? So if I decompose this, x giving y and x giving z. Now in this, your y is actually extra. Your y is actually extra because your z can be obtained with the help of y. Right? So this is extra. This z is extra. So now what your set will be, you will be having y giving z of course, and this z is extra, that is x giving y. So your canonical cover of this FD is x giving y and y giving z. Can you reduce further? No. That means this bit is my canonical cover. अभी याद कैसे रखें कि प्रोसेस क्या है? आपको जितनी भी FT दी गई है, your left side and right side. लेफ्ट साइड को क्या बोलते हैं? डिटर्मिनेंट. राइट साइड को क्या बोलते हैं? डिपेंडेंट. In both these sides, there must be, or in most of the cases, there will be only single attribute. तो मुझे टारगेट कौन सी FT करनी है यहाँ पे? अभी फिलहाल जो मुझे रिमूव करनी है, मुझे ये टारगेट करनी है क्योंकि यहाँ पे मल्टीपल. मुझे ये भी टारगेट करनी है क्योंकि मल्टीपल. ठीक है? So I will be trying to reduce the number of FDs based on the multiple attributes on both the sides. ठीक है? Clear with this? इसका हम एग्जाम्पल करेंगे सेशन में, लास्ट में करेंगे. So it will be much more clear. Got it? The ultimate aim of your canonical cover or irreducible set is you should have those set of FDs through which you can derive all further FDs. By removing this FDs also, I am able to derive this FD. तो वो FD मेरी सेट में एक्स्ट्रा है, मेरे सेट में नहीं होगी तो भी वो मैं डिराइव तो कर ही सकूंगी with the help of other FDs. So these are the basic set of FDs which cannot be further reduced. और एक ध्यान रखना, जितने भी एलिमेंट है R में, वो सब यहाँ पे आने चाहिए. It should be determined. There must be one attribute which is able to determine the other attribute. यहाँ पे key कौन सी होगी? चलो tell me. X, very good. X will be your key because if I have the value of X, if I find the closure of X now, कितना होगा? Closure of X क्या होगा? X by Z. Closure of Y? Y Z. Closure of Z? Only Z. So there you should be able to get the R set by at least one element. और एक और बात कि E के अलावा यहाँ पे Z X key हो गई, that's for sure. Except your key attributes, every attribute should be derived. वो आ जाने चाहिए किसी ना किसी FD से. और FD लास्ट में कैसी होनी चाहिए कि लेफ्ट साइड और राइट साइड दोनों पार्ट में सिंगल एट्रीब्यूट रहे. ठीक है, क्लियर? एक और एग्जांपल हम करेंगे बाद में. व्हाइल इट विल बी अब नेक्स्ट में समझा लेती हूँ. दोनों का एग्जांपल हम लास्ट सेशन में ही करेंगे. ठीक है, फाइंडिंग अ कैंडिडेट की. आई थिंक दिस टॉपिक इज नोन टू यू. टॉपिक पता है, प्रोसेस तो हम सीखेंगे अभी. टॉपिक पता है कब किया था? Yes, when we have learned super keys and candidate key, at that time we are starting with functional dependency, then we have find the closure, then this closure में मुझे सभी एलिमेंट मिलते हैं, उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? सुपर की. वेरी गुड. और उस सुपर की से बाद में हमें क्या फाइंड करना है? कैंडिडेट. कैसे की कैंडिडेट की फाइंड करेंगे? हर सुपर की का सबसेट बनाओ. अगर सबसेट की है तो वो कैंडिडेट की नहीं है, लेकिन अगर उसका कोई भी सबसेट अगर की नहीं है, दैट मींस दैट इज अ कैंडिडेट की. That was one of the ways to find out candidate key. Now let us learn another way, and which is most widely used way to find a candidate key. Again, it's extremely important topic for your exam point of view and Viva point of view. Right. Now, by the way, we don't copy, I'll share it. Let's say I have a set of attributes R, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H with the functional dependency given. Your task is to find the candidate key of this relation. You don't know super key. इसकी सुपर कीज सी वो स्टेप में क्या प्रॉब्लम है? मुझे सुपर कीज पता होनी चाहिए. अगर सुपर कीज पता है तो मैं सबसेट निकालूं, फिर चेक करूं whether it is a candidate key or not. लेकिन मान लो मैं सुपर की नहीं दी तो I don't have a way to find out a candidate key, right? In that process, this process doesn't require any super key. Directly from the functional dependency, you can find the candidate key. See how? With the help of this is called edge diagram. In tree and graph we are having edges, right? Edge. So that's an edge diagram. Now how to construct this edge diagram? Very simple. Take all the FDs one by one. Let us take first FD AB giving C. List all the attributes here which are present in R. So you have written A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. AB giving C. That means AB is my determinant part and C is my dependent part. So from AB there will be an outgoing edge and there will be an incoming edge towards C. तो जितने भी डिपेंडेंट पार्ट है उसमें इनकमिंग एज आएगी, जितने भी डिटरमिनेंट पार्ट है उसमें आउटगोइंग एज. ऐसा हो सकता है कि एक एफडी में कोई डिटरमिनेंट हो, एक एफडी में कोई डिपेंडेंट हो, दैट्स फाइन. बट बेस्ड ऑन द एफडी, ये समझ में आया फर्स्ट डायग्राम? फ्रॉम ए बी आई एम गोइंग टू सी. टेक द नेक्स्ट एफडी ए गिविंग डी ई. सो फ्रॉम ए आउटगोइंग, B and E incoming. Clear? Everyone, that's right. Take the third FD. B giving F. From B, go to F. So F will be having incoming edge. See, there will be the lines and edges will intersect. That's fine. But it should be very neat and tidy. It should be straight, neat, tidy. ऊपर से करो, नीचे से करो, that doesn't make any difference. But it should be very neatly drawn. पता एग्जैक्टली चलना चाहिए कि ये कहाँ से कहाँ जा रहा है, ठीक है? And the last technique for this example, F giving GH. So from F, you will be having G and H income. Any lifting remaining now? No. So this is your final age diagram. एक ही डायग्राम में इंक्लूड करना है, ऐसा नहीं अलग अलग डायग्राम आप अगर बनाते हो तो एक ही डायग्राम में इंक्लूड करोगे तो भी चलेगा और स्टेप बाय स्टेप दिखाते हो तो भी चलेगा. इफ इट इज अ 7 मार्क्स क्वेश्चन इन जीटीयू इट्स बेटर टू डू स्टेप बाय स्टेप. फाइन. ओके, तो ये इस डायग्राम खत्म. नाउ to find the candidate key, the first step is to find out those attributes which are not having any incoming age. So tell me, in this diagram, how many? यहाँ पे incoming age है? नहीं, यहाँ पे है, यहाँ पे है, एक दो जितनी भी है, एक है, यहाँ पे है, yes, 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 yes. So out of this 8 attributes, I am having only 2 attributes which are not having any incoming age. Right? A and B. तो मतलब क्या हुआ? There is no other attribute which can get the values of A and B. With the help of A and B, I can get some attributes. But from attributes, there is no attribute which can give me the value of A and B. Yes or no? So the conclusion is, those attributes which are not having the incoming age, I'm not sure right now that these are keys or not, but I can surely say that these are the part of my keys. Yes or no? क्योंकि की ही एक ऐसा एट्रीब्यूट है जिसको आप डिराइव नहीं कर सकते. की से आप सब कुछ डिराइव कर सकते हो लेकिन की को डिराइव नहीं कर सकते. So definitely my A and B is a part of keys, right? So your next step is to find the closure of A. A का closure find करो. अभी मुझे सबका closure करने की जरूरत है? No. जितने भी key attributes मिले उसका closure find करो. A का closure. Give me the closure of A. What I can derive with the help of A? C कैसे मिलेगा? टुगेदर A B अगर होगा तो C मिलेगा. A का क्लोजर क्या होगा? A D E ओनली 3 एलिमेंट्स. क्योंकि यहाँ पे B है नहीं मिलेगा, यहाँ पे D E नहीं है नहीं मिलेगा. So the closure of A alone can be a key or not? A alone can be a key? No. Let's find out whether B is a candidate. B is getting all the attributes. B का closure दो. B giving F, right? Then F giving G. So B F G. तो भी मुझे all elements नहीं मिले. Now the only possibility is combine both. Together with AB can I find? Tell me. AB है तो C मिला. A है तो DE मिला. B है तो F मिला. F है तो GH मिला. So I'm able to retrieve, I'm able to get the values of attributes with the help of AB. To get only A, not a key. Only B, not a key. But together AB is a key. So AB is my candidate key. Am I clear? ये 7 मार्क में आएगा और इसमें ब्लंडर करोगे क्या होगा? गुस्सा आएगा. पहले 0 फिर मिले गुस्सा आएगा. पार्ट पेपर आमज आप ऑनलाइन है છે નકર આમજ. આટલો ઈઝી પ્રોસેસ છે. ગોટ ઇટ? આનો પણ પ્રોસેસ સમજાઈ ગઈ? First step is to draw the age diagram based on the FT you are given to you. FT given to you. Find out the attributes. Till I am not done. Once the age diagram is ready, find out the key attributes. Then find the closure of that key attribute. मान लो अगर एक और एट्रीब्यूट है C, तो क्या करोगे? C का भी मैं क्लोजर कर सकती हूँ। अगर C के क्लोजर में मुझे सब एट्रीब्यूट मिल जाते हैं तो candidate C is also candidate, but I can find that A and B also has no incoming edge. तो A B का साथ में करूँ वो भी मुझे मिल रहा है. So how many candidate keys are there? 2, C and A. Can you have multiple candidate keys? Can you have multiple super keys? Can you have multiple primary keys? No. So out of all the candidate keys you are having, your DPA is going to choose one as a primary key and all other candidate keys will be your alternative. Clear? तो इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी कि एक रिलेशन में एक ही कैंडिडेट की मिले. हाँ, ये एग्जांपल में एक ही मिल रही है, लेकिन इट इज पॉसिबल यू मे गेट मल्टीपल कैंडिडेट की. दैट्स फाइन. क्लियर? હવે આ કરતા આવડે કેન્ડિડેટ की ફાઇન્ડ કરતા આવડે? એક એક્ઝામ્પલ કરશો એટલે બધું ક્લિયર થશે. See, I have a limited time. I can only give you one or two examples. Now it is your duty to practice all these things at your own convenience. तो क्योंकि मैं बोल ही रही हूँ कि ये 100% क्वेश्चन है. 4 मार्क है तो 7 मार्क में 100% क्वेश्चन है. ट्राई टू सिक्योर दीज मार्क्स. बोल रही हूँ क्लोजर का एक आएगा, सिक्योर इट. बोल रही हूँ ईआर डायग्राम का एक आएगा, सिक्योर इट. 5 क्वेश्चन तो मैं यही कर रही हूँ कि देयर विल बी अ क्वेश्चन, तो पास तो आप ऐसे ही हो जाओगे डीबीए में. लेकिन फिर भी કરુણતા એ છે કે કોઈ નથી થતું. કોઈ 23 ભેગા નથી થતા 70 માં. તારે ભેગા નથી થતા 30 માં. 70 માં ક્યાં થતા? ડુ ગોટ ઇટ? એક્ઝામ્પલ નેક્સ્ટ ટાઈમ કરશું, પણ ત્યારે આ બંને પ્રોસેસ યાદ રાખી. કઈ? કેન્ડિડેટ કી અને हाँ, कैनोनिकल कवर, इररिड्यूसिबल सेट अथवा कैनोनिकल कवर બંને કહી શકાય. અને કેન્ડિડેટ કી. આ બે પ્રોસેસ યાદ રાખજો. Got it? Recording is there. You can go to the lecture. The recording હશે. I hope you know now labs will be offline. દર હજી એક થોડી કદાચ સીધા કરવું પડશે, કારણ કે કાલે સી બેચ ની હતી પણ એમાં કોઈ ફેર નહોતો, ઓફલાઈન હતી ઓનલાઈન. The number of students were almost that only. हाँ, 3-4 जन आया था बीजा, but it was not that much variation. એટલે ઓનલાઈન માં આવતા હતા, હાઇબ્રિડ હતું ત્યારે આવતા કેટલા જ હતા. એમાં કઈ ફેર નહોતો પડ્યો કે 100% થઈ ગયું. But when you are here, please take the advantage of this. I hope I am clear with the online students. Is it clear? Okay. Great. Please make sure you revise these two topics, canonical cover and finding a candidate key, next time when we'll meet. Fine, we'll be doing the examples for the same. Online student, please post your attendance here. Let me take the attendance only. Just don't post it, let me take it. Don't post it, I'm taking. Don't post it. Roll number 1, 4,
Present, ma'am.
8, 8, 9, 10, 14, 18, 20, 21, 23. Write in the chat box, student. Write in the chat box. 23, 23, 26, 27, 29, 30. Be quick. 30, 31, 31, 34, 39, 43, 43, 44, 48, 49, 52, 56, 58, 50, 60,
Present.
61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 60, 70, 71, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 82, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 91, 95, 97, 98, 99, 100,
Present.
101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 108, 108, 109, 111, 112, 113, 114, 120, 123, 126, 127, 130, 79. Fine. 39. Fine. That's it from my side. Online students can leave. Thank you for joining.
64 present, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, 120 present.
Yes.